Welcome back to BookedMM with Mrs. Mullen, Beach Edition. Talking to you from Hawaii. Even though I spent some time on the beach today, you know me, I had a book in hand. And the book that I'm going to talk to you about today is by Tom Isbell. It's The Prey and the Capture. All right, these books are a combination of post-apocalyptic science fiction and World War II history. And I really like what the author did to combine those two elements into one story. And before I go much further, spoiler alert, in my enthusiasm to tell you about these books, I may tell you something you don't want to know. So if you're worried about that, go ahead and click away now. All right, so let's talk about these. I want you to imagine a world where nuclear weapons have been fired pretty much all over the globe and wiped out entire cities, entire countries, and all we have left are the people struggling to survive. Now, in that world, you have a government trying to hang on in the United States. And the way that they feel that they have to do that is protect against future attack and to make their country the strongest country in the world. I know, you have a strong country, nobody goes to war against you. That's the thought, right? Well, to do that, they take anyone that they deem unacceptable and they pull them out of society. Now that's going to be the people they call less thans. So that's anyone who is deaf or blind or has a limp or due to the radiation damage from the nuclear fallout has some abnormality. Okay. Now, that is where we pull in World War II, right? Because in Nazi Germany and later in the countries that he took over, right, he took out anyone that was undesirable and put them in slave labor camps or death camps. And he created what was called the final solution. That shows up in this series, except what they're getting rid of are not necessarily people based on their religion or ethnicity, but based on their ability to be normal. Okay, the main characters in this story are Hope and Book. Now, Book's real name is LT, less than 183. But because he likes to read, that's why they give him the name Book. Okay, he is a less than because one of his legs is shorter than the other. That's his abnormality. Okay, Hope, the other character, is put in these camps because she's a twin. Now you think, there's nothing wrong with being a twin, right? What would be abnormal about that? They use twins, which they call the sisters. They use twins in medical experiments. So say they want to find out the effectiveness of a certain drug. They give both twins the disease and only one twin the cure, right? And then that way, because they have similar genetic makeup, they can tell what the drug is going to do. It's sick and disgusting, but that's what they're doing. Well, if you think about it, that's Dr. Mengele from World War II. That is the Nazi doctor who operated on twins during the Holocaust. And what's going on with the characters in here is very reminiscent of the slave labor and extermination camps during World War II. I really like how they took the elements of history and mixed it with this science fiction world. Okay, so our main characters, Hope and Book, are struggling to survive. Their main goal is to escape the camps and make it to a place of freedom. And along the way, they want to rescue the other less thans and the other sisters. There's lots of action and adventure in here. There's a lot of details of the skirmishes, the kinds of weapons that they use. It's very detailed and it's very well done. Even in a place like Hawaii, it kept me reading and I read them all the way through and was very excited to be reading them. Thank you for tuning in to BookedMM with Mrs. Mullen. This is your daily reminder. Keep reading.